Hi everyone. The focus of our next reading and unit is going to be the United States west of the Mississippi. To do this, in class we're going to brainstorm in our groups what we know about the U.S. west of Mississippi, and when you go home you're going to read about it, you're going to fill in your foldable, and then you're going to watch parts of this video to fill in the rest of the foldable, and we can discuss tomorrow too what your findings were. As we discussed in class, your tabs are going to be geography, history, and economy, and two parts to each one of those. It's going to be what you know and what you've learned from the reading. What you're going to do is when you get home, you can read it in parts. You can read it all at once and fill in your foldable, but please fill in your foldable and then look and listen to my video to fill in parts or add to your information in comparing your notes to mine. So with geography, I broke it down into landforms and waterways. Lots of landforms in that part of our country. We have the Great Plains, nice flat area known for its farming. We do have the Rocky Mountains, thank you John Denver, the Cascades, Sierra Nevada, the Grand Canyon, plateaus, basins, mesas, all those wonderful landforms that we don't really get to see in the East Coast. Waterways, they don't have as many rivers as we do here, which the rivers they have are very, very important to them. So that's a main focal point for their lifestyle and culture there. We have the Colorado River, which cuts through the Grand Canyon. Obviously, westward, Pacific Ocean. Gulf of Mexico to the south around Texas, Louisiana. The Great Salt Lake, Utah. Then we have, interestingly enough, Lake Mead, which I discovered this as I read. I didn't realize that was an entirely man-made lake because of the addition of the Hoover Dam. Found that interesting. And then we have Lake Tahoe as well. Alright. If you need time to read the history section, please pause here and then come back to the video. If you're ready, just let the video play. Alright, the history of the West, starts off similar to the East Coast. We have our Native American tribes, and another interesting thing is how different they live. They kind of take what they had in their landscape and use that. A lot of the plains Native Americans were nomadic. They followed the bison herd. Southeast or southwest, the Pueblo tribes used their very hot down there, so their houses and things were made of a very different material that some houses are made today. There's clay houses and tiles. Northwest, those Indian tribes, Native Americans, made a living off the fishing industry, the timber, and so on. The first settlers from Europe were Spanish in the southwest, and the climate was very similar to theirs, so they fit in quite well. Then we had some French influence in modern-day Louisiana area, and then Thomas Jefferson bought the Louisiana and other parts of our present-day country in 1803, and Lewis and Clark were the first ones to explore and map parts of the western United States. And then we had a movement, Manifest Destiny, where we wanted to extend our boundaries to the Pacific Ocean. That was the driving force between all the frontiersmen and the settlers moving out west. In 1846, the U.S. gained control of Oregon and Washington through a deal with Great Britain at the time. And then in 1845, the U.S. annexed Texas, or took control of it. Not to get into the whole war there with Texas or Mexico, but after that was all resolved, we had the Treaty of Guadalupe Hidalgo, and U.S. gained California, Utah, Nevada, and parts of Colorado, Arizona, Wyoming, and New Mexico. If you need more time to read about economy, please do that before you move on. If you're ready, just keep playing. The economy out west has a lot of land. Land is the #1 resource, and natural resources. More so than what we have on the East Coast. That's why agriculture is such a big part of their economy, and they're known for obviously their wheat production being the breadbasket of America. Also cotton, corn, sorghum, which is another grain if you're not familiar. They raise cattle, sheep, dairy, real California dairy. I've seen that commercial numerous times with yogurt and so on. They raise certain fruits grow better out there than here. Idaho, of course, their potatoes. There are a lot of deposits of copper in Montana, which I found interesting. I didn't necessarily know that. What I did know, Pacific Northwest is known for their timber and the mining of uranium out in that area as well. Recently in Nebraska and other parts, lots of natural gas and oil boom. Towns are built overnight, it seems, over there. Aerospace industry there as well, building those turbines, things like that for commercial jets and planes. And tech in Silicon Valley, I believe Google's out there as well. So a lot of that going on. Okay? Hope you enjoy reading about this. A lot of information at once. Just, prepare yourself. What did you find interesting? What did you learn? And so on for class tomorrow. Okay? Thank you. Have a good night.